Good morning, Diane. Thank you so much. 3 more days. That's all that's left. And then the election day, well, it's going to be right upon us. From constitutional amendments to parish presidents and sheriffs, there are a lot of races and issues. The one getting the most attention, the race for governor. All this week, we've been talking with the 4 major candidates for the job. All the interviews are taped and unedited. We continue this morning with John Georges. We are joined now by one of those candidates for governor here in Louisiana, John Georges. Good to see you this morning, sir.
Glad to be here.
Thank you so much for being here with us. And let's just actually right out the bag, why now for Louisiana when voters go to the polls? Why should they be casting a vote for John Georges this time?
Well, I think you see from this campaign, we need something positive in our state. I've been running a positive campaign, talking about the issues. I'm a leader, I'm a businessman that's been in government service in the Board of Regents. I think people, they want a new direction. And we can do right here in Louisiana what New York's done with Michael Bloomberg, independent business people that have decided to lead our state. You see what's going on television right now with all the negative ads back and forth. I've chosen not to take that path. I've ignored the jabs that made at me, and I think it's time that we elect somebody with a new approach.
You mentioned the path that you've chosen to take. You're taking this as an independent. Why the switch from Republican to independent as you qualified?
Well, what happens is you look at who you are, and I've supported Democrats like John Breaux, and I've supported Republicans like George Bush. So at the end of the day, I realized that I'm like the people of Louisiana. We've elected, look at the voting patterns for president. Bill Clinton, George Bush. I mean, this state generally picks the winner in the president's election. So I've been like that my whole life. And you know what? Some people that are running now, they're dishing it out and they can't take it. If you're going to be in the legislative process, you got to be able to take a hit in a very cool way. And some people think I'm boring and all that. I'm not boring. I'm serious. But you have to be thick-skinned a little. And the worst thing is when you call someone else a crook, and then someone else says, well, you didn't vote for ethics, and then you can't take it. And I think what's going on with Walter and Bobby is the perfect reason why I'd be a better choice for governor.
A lot is being said right now as well that we don't need another politician as governor, and you yourself have said, you know what, I'm a businessman, I've taken obviously a business approach, I've been successful here, and you're trying to translate that into running for governor and running the government that way. But obviously the legislators won't be employees. Will you be able to work with them?
Yeah,
they have their own agenda.
It's about building coalitions. In business, you build coalitions. I deal with the legislature all the time. I mean, look at Haley Barbour, the governor of Mississippi. He was not a politician. He worked with the legislature. I've been working with the legislature my whole life. What you have to do is you have to build coalitions. The partisan nature. If you think that Bobby Jindal can handle this legislature, being predominantly Democrat, it's going to be a hostile 4 years for Louisiana. I won't have that issue. I will work with both sides of the aisle. Both people will feel comfortable. Look what's going on right now. Last week I got the endorsement of the National Baptists for Louisiana, the state party, the Baptist ministers and all. So I'm building coalitions of people. I'm not Baptist, and I get the Baptist support. In Shreveport, I got last week the support. I'm winning the debates not by trying to outwit the other guy, just by simply answering the questions. So I may not have the style of governor that you used to have in these colorful governors, but if you look at the substance of what I'm saying, talk about what I'm going to do for the state of Louisiana. The Georges plan is the only plan from a candidate that covers all the issues in this race. We talk about what we want in government. What do we want in government? We all want the same things. We want an honest government. We don't want to have to call people crooks. Let's have an honest government. I'll give you an honest government. Let's have better roads, better schools, better health care. I can do all that. I'm a businessman. I deliver goods and services every day. I do business in every part of the state. This state needs to be, I need to bring in people, either that are already in government, right here in government jobs that are 2 or 3 tiers below management, and elevate them up. We need the morale of state employees to be at an all-time high. And sometimes you can bring in people from the outside. I've bought failed businesses. I have a plan for Louisiana. I'm the only one with action items in my plan. I don't talk philosophy. I don't give lectures, and I don't tell people how to live their lives. I think government needs to get off our back, do their job, and I will make sure that you'll be proud of your governor for Louisiana. You're not going to have somebody that can't take the heat in a hurricane or in a protest march in Jena, Louisiana. I'm the only candidate that went to Jena, Louisiana. Now, I'm not trying to do a political aside, but I didn't go there. Politically, it might have been that you don't go there. That's why politicians didn't go there. I would have never allowed what happened in New Orleans in the hurricane. I would be there on the front line, and that's the type of governor I would be. A direct contrast from Governor Blanco. What you need to do is look at me in comparison to Governor Blanco. She's an honest person trying to do a good job in Louisiana. But I'm an action person. I can make decisions. I'll make 100 decisions, maybe 2 or 3 of them will be wrong, but I'll quickly correct those decisions. I won't be afraid for you to criticize me.
Sure.
And I think that's what leadership's all about. If you can't take criticism, you shouldn't lead.
Well, we're going to be able to get another chance, one final chance to actually see all 4 of the major candidates in a debate right here on WAFB tomorrow night. John Georges, we certainly appreciate your time with us this morning.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the runoff, and I think that's in the runoff when the voters are really going to see the difference between myself and Bobby Jindal.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us right here on 9 News this morning. Coming back with much more. See you in a minute.